Comedy moments in football. Football is very serious business. This is common knowledge and no one is disputing this fact. As much as football is about huge weekly wages, big budgets, and airtight competitions, it still has funny sides. However, these funny sides might be easy to miss. Well, that's not a problem. In this video are comedy moments in football that you should see. Before you go on, please click that like button if you've not done so yet. Also, hit the bell button to avoid missing our other videos. Number 10. John Terry's slip. Chelsea fans will not find this moment funny. However, Terry's slip is one moment that Champion League faithfuls will always find funny. It was 2008 and Chelsea and Manchester United were level after 120 minutes. They had to proceed to penalties to determine who was going to emerge champion. A couple of penalties had already been played, and it was time for John Terry to play his penalty. If he scored, Chelsea were going to be crowned champions of Europe. However, if he missed, the penalty shootout was going to continue. It was a rainy night and the pitch was slippery. John Terry stepped up to take the penalty, but just as his leg made contact with the ball, he slipped and misfired. Chelsea went on to lose this penalty shootout. As much as this is a moment no Chelsea fan wants to remember, seeing a grown man slip while trying to hit the ball was really comical.
You know, players who I've looked up to, played alongside, you know, and take it on the chin 100%. You know, the likes of Rio, Cara, Neville. We're talking at the very best that I've seen and come across in the game.
Number 9. Higuita's scorpion save. Speaking of the ball not making it to the net, Rene Higuita once made a save that will be considered by many to be the riskiest of all saves. As much as he is not famous for being a great goalkeeper, this moment is one that no other keeper on the planet might attempt. Rene was already known for a Bayer celebration. Rene Higuita was able to keep the ball from hitting the back of the net. Unfortunately, we cannot say the same for more famous for his passing accuracy and in being in charge of the midfield. Scholes' goal in a Champions League match between United and AC Milan, although generally seen as a product of luck, could have been considered a wonder goal if the former United man only tried confusing his opponents with his right leg because he wanted to score with his left. Unfortunately, Scholes was looking to hit the ball with his right foot but missed, so his left leg making contact with the ball and putting him on the scoreboard was pure luck. Well, luck or no luck, this goal made the difference in that match. Number 6. Okocha versus Khan. Talking about luck, as much as it appeared like Okocha against Oliver Kahn, he needed a bit of luck to get the ball into the back of the net. This made him fun to watch. However, it is also widely believed that his light-hearted approach to the game was responsible for him not playing in big teams. Although the former Bolton captain was never a big part of the team, he dealt with one of the best goalkeepers of all time, all because he wanted fun. Okocha did something that will be considered a disgrace to the world's best keeper at the time. Well, he shocked the world when the ball finally hit the back of the net. Number 5. Munich gets booked more than twice. Luck can come in handy in a football match. However, sometimes it's not good enough. Other times it simply runs out. And one can say Munich ran out of luck in the World Cup match between Australia and Croatia. Although it was funny to see a referee at the World Cup making a schoolboy mistake, having an extra man on the pitch sometimes is great. However, its effect can be watered down when playing against a powerhouse midfielder like Steven Gerrard. As much as players like Gerrard bring a lot to the table, sometimes they flop. And when they flop, they could cause their team to lose a match and sometimes a trophy. In the 2014 Premier League campaign, Liverpool were on the verge of becoming the champions of England. They just needed to win a couple of matches and the season would be a successful one. Unfortunately, Captain Fantastic, the man that was supposed to lead his team to glory, was the reason they lost the trophy. Gerrard failed to deal with a pass not too far from his post. While trying to correct this mistake, he slipped. For a moment, it seemed he was a toddler. A Chelsea player got on the loose ball and converted it to a goal. Number 3. The impact of the Chic. Talking about big personalities influencing the outcome of a game, Sheikh Fahid Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah had a major influence on the outcome of a world match between France and Kuwait. As much as she was the 1982 World Cup and France were leading by 3-0. They had just scored a 4th goal and it was beginning to look like a whitewash. The Sheikh did not like this, so he went to the pitch and told the referee to disallow the goal. His reason was that Kuwait players thought they heard the whistle, so they stopped playing. Unfortunately, the referee agreed with him and the goal was disallowed. Number 2. A goal gift. Liverpool were in the Champions League final after a very tough Champions League campaign. They had just defeated Barcelona and were ready to face Madrid. The Reds were having a good game and it was obvious that they were not going to be a walkover. As much as Liverpool were out to win, it appeared their keeper had a different mindset. It actually appeared Liverpool's Karius was bribed by Madrid. It was a goal kick and Karius had the ball. Football fans all around the world expected him to kick it to a Liverpool player deep in Madrid's half. Amazingly, he had other plans. It seemed like he had a perfect plan of helping Madrid have a free goal. To the surprise of everyone, the former Liverpool keeper threw the ball to Karim Benzema, who did not fail to score. This has to be the best Champions League gift ever. Number 1. Tim Howard's goal against Bolton. Liverpool's Karius was not the only one that forgot his job description. Everton's Tim Howard also appeared to do the same. Fortunately, this action did not lead to his team conceding a goal. Rather, it gifted them a goal. Howard got a back pass from Sylvian Distant, and in a bid to get the ball to safety, he kicked it up into the sky. The ball went over virtually everyone on the pitch, and it was left for Bolton's keeper to deal with. The ball did not move in a direction most people expected it to, as the wind affected its movement, causing Bolton's keeper to miss it. In the end, it was a goal. However, Howard was not happy with this goal, and it put a fellow keeper in a bad place, even though it was clearly not the keeper's fault. Those were the top comedy moments in football. Please subscribe to our channel to enjoy similar videos, and we'll see you in the next one.